Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Premier League roundup after week 16 of the matches and where the league standings are now and what is going to happen when the AFCON players leave today. Who is going to be affected by it the most? Well, Arsenal still gripping on to the top, but my word, wasn't it a close shave of the night? Bottom place Wolves really put up a battle. And as a Wolves fan, if I was a Wolves fan, would I be thinking, why haven't you played like this all season? Because if they had done, they wouldn't be in the desperate position they are now. Can Arsenal hang on at the top? It's looking ominous for them at the moment, isn't it, really? Man City are breathing down the neck. Aston Villa absolutely flying. Can Aston Villa actually even contemplate the fact that they could win the title? It's hotting up massively, this Premier League this season. I think it's a three-horse race for sure between Arsenal, Man City, Villa. Man City have done it, haven't they? They've been there, they've done it. Aston Villa haven't done it for a very, very long time, but my word, they are firing on all cylinders, and certainly the informed team right now. Chelsea, what do you do about a club called Chelsea? They are so inconsistent, but they still are in the top four. A very good win against an informed Everton side at the weekend. That must have given them, but people still don't like Maresca. Why don't they like Maresca? Because this is the best season Chelsea have had for some time. And of course, they're the World Club champions, etc., etc. So, you know, he's not doing a bad job, is he? Crystal Palace, well, I think they've overachieved, but what's going to happen in January? Will Gay, he signed for a new club, will he leave in January? Will he leave in the summer for free? Who knows what's going to happen? Will Palace bubble burst? Well, the fans will probably think no. As an outsider looking in, Crystal Palace can hold on to a top 5 spot? I don't think so, but I think Crystal Palace can certainly finish in the top 8 this season. Liverpool, are they back? Salah, of course, come on as a sub the other day, but he's leaving today for the AFCON. And certainly the couple of games that he hadn't been involved in, I thought Liverpool looked better as a unit. And all 11 players defended and helped out when they needed to. Well, of course, when Salah's in the team, he doesn't really help out defensively. That leaves you a man short. Sunderland, well, after the weekend they've had, beating Newcastle United in that massive North East derby, and to be honest, there was only ever going to be one winner. Sunderland totally had the passion for the game. Newcastle just didn't turn up. And realistically, Sunderland should have probably won by more. What a bizarre own goal. I don't know whether he got confused and thought he was heading for his team and it was going to be a brilliant goal, because it was a brilliant header and a brilliant goal, but at the wrong end of the field for Walter Marder. Everton doing far better than they've done in previous seasons, but David Moyes, massive fan of David Moyes, I think he's doing a fantastic job at Everton, and long may it continue. We had a soft spot for Everton Football Club. Brighton slipping down a little bit under their very young manager, but still in a very respectable position in 10th place. Tottenham, Thomas Frank is certainly doing a better job than Postecoglou did. However, at the moment, Tottenham are sort of win one, lose one, win one, lose one. That's a sort of middle of the table achievement, isn't it? But that was some battering yesterday by Nottingham Forest, so well done Nottingham Forest. Another manager who I'm a massive fan of, Sean Dyche. I think he's very underrated, as is, of course, David Moyes at Everton. Newcastle, I think I'd be worried if I was a Newcastle fan right now. Things aren't going to plan. I think they would have been expected to be in the top 6. They are down in 12th place at the moment. Not good. And Newcastle really do need to bounce back. They've, of course, got the Carabao Cup quarterfinals this week. It is going to be huge. They really do need to achieve something this week, Newcastle United. Fulham, well, Fulham are doing what Fulham do. Steady away. Some good performances recently from Fulham. I think they're in the right position, to be honest, in 13th. I don't think anybody would expect Fulham to be pretty much anywhere near the top 6 or 7. I think middle of the table is probably right for Fulham. Brentford, I think the home form will keep them up there, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. I think they're definitely going to be okay. Brentford. Now let's go down to Bournemouth. Let's go to Bournemouth. Bournemouth really have the wheels have dropped off completely. They were right up there challenging in second place, and now they're down in a lowly 15th position and really struggling right now. We've got Nottingham Forest as, of course, Sean Dyche, who's done a marvellous job since going into Forest, and I think they're going to be absolutely fine. He's a good, solid manager. Might not have been the best of players in his career, but my word, he's certainly a good manager who galvanises teams. Leeds United, well, they've been pretty good recently. They've played really well, and have been unlucky in some of the games they've had recently against the top clubs. Do I think Leeds can survive? I think the Premier League needs Leeds United. Leeds United are a massive club historically, and I think the fan base they've got is incredible, and the passion that those fans have got is amazing. And I think, yes, Leeds United staying in the Premier League, I think definitely, hopefully. West Ham United, probably the biggest underachievers, got a beautiful stadium, but I don't know. Can I see Jared Bourne possibly leaving in January? Jared Bourne could possibly leave in January. I think if somebody comes in with money for him, I think Jared Bourne is definitely showing signs of frustration. And is it time for him to leave? That would leave West Ham, I think, totally in a relegation battle that I don't think they will win. I think West Ham United will definitely be in the running for relegation, and that would be sad for a club with the stadium they've got. But the owners have become stagnant at West Ham, and I think the fans know this, and they're probably going to lose their top man. Burnley, well, they're on such a terrible run right now. Burnley, they started the season off not too bad, but I think is it 7 or 8 defeats in a row now has left Burnley swimming in very deep shark-infested waters. Can Burnley get out of it? I don't honestly believe they can. I think they might win the odd game between now and in the season and the odd draw, but I don't think Burnley have got enough in the tank to stay in the Premier League. And then, of course, Wolves at the bottom, who put up such a spirited fight at Arsenal the other night. Well, what can you say? If they'd have played like that all season, they wouldn't have had 2 points. They probably wouldn't have had much more than 10 or 11 points, but they would have been in with a chance of staying up. But I think the bottom 3, as we see it at the moment, is probably going to be the bottom 3 unless something miraculously happens. I definitely think the bottom 2, Wolves and Burnley, are almost certainly going to go, and then it's probably going to be one from about 5 or 6 clubs. Could we count Bournemouth in there? Quite possibly, if they don't turn the corner and if they lose Semenyo in the January window, which is quite a big possibility. Who is going to be affected by AFCON? Well, Manchester United are going to lose some big players. Bournemouth are going to lose some players. Sunderland are going to lose some players. But Sunderland have done a miraculous job since they got promoted last season and have certainly no fears of being dragged down into a relegation battle this season. At the moment, we are closing in on the mid-stage of the season. It's very exciting. And this next 4 weeks could potentially define what is going to happen at the end of the year. But there's a lot of football between now and May. That is your Premier League roundup at the end of week 16 of fixtures.